Where'd you go?
The Crystal Empire. Why?
Kind of an odd time for a trip.
Oh, so you get to go off Celestia knows where at all hours of the day or night, and I never ask why. But then the one time I take a spontaneous trip, you get all up my business.
I mean, it's fine. Just when will you be back?
However long to account for any unintentional hiatuses on my channel. But when I get back, you and I really need to have a talk about those sketchy gigs.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Comic Sans. I was wondering if you wanted to review Revenge of the Everfree with me?
Fine with me. I've been meaning to get out lately. I'll come right over.
Wait a second. You're not Thunderblur. You're that pirate, Captain Prince Thunderflare or something from that collab I did with Brawny?
It was just a phase.
Since you're here, I guess we can do a collab for the review. However, you are stuck here for both parts.
You really need to go shopping more. All you have to eat is cereal, burritos, bagels, and waffles. And there's no syrup for the waffles or cream cheese for the bagels.
Well, sorry, princess. That's all I have. Reviewing does not bring in the income. That's why I have a Patreon. Every little bit helps. Link in the description.
Quit plugging yourself and let's get on with the review.
Okie dokie Loki. Cue intro and spoiler alert. We'll be in the review room by the time it's over. Easy breezy beautiful. Spoiler alert.
After a quick scan of Canterlot and Ponyville to show just how bad the damage is, What? Not quilts and sofas! Where will I get my Davenports now?
IKEA, I guess? Anyways, I believe we failed to mention in the last part that the construction somehow renders the ground completely infertile. Thus, that is why the Everfree is expanding along its other borders. If only there was a way to make the forest grow again. Let's put a pin in that thought and continue with the plot. Apparently, that pesky hench pony has been preventing any messenger birds from reaching Celestia, which is why she was completely unaware that there is anything bad happening. So they stage a protest, with cameos from Flaxseed and Wheatgrass, the OG hippie ponies before Treehugger made it cool.
This is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, you heard me right. They are the hipster hippie ponies. Don't at me.
That's just great. They are the unstoppable comedy duo. Unfortunately, they are thwarted by the henchman, whom I'm guessing is named Moxie because he has a lot of it. He picks them up with a bulldozer and dumps them by the forest. Moxie is best henchman. So they try to boycott because Twilight is a millennial, I suppose. But I guess this Minotaur is the equestrian version of Donald Trump and that doesn't work.
He's also using Twilight's likeness illegally.
That's not true. He clearly said that the princess's name is Twilight Sporkle. She's a completely different character.
She could sue, but instead she lets him throw her out again, along with some of that weird healthy smoothie thing. That'll come into play later, I'm sure. This finally makes Aspen want to take a more aggressive approach. Though, while every pony and deer is sleeping, Bramble sneaks out and back to the park, followed by Spike and RD because I guess Bramble is not the master of stealth. Apparently, the healthy smoothie is able to make the ground fertile again. Although Bramble will sadly not be able to tell this information to any pony because he is captured by, well, Hasbro to do. Adding fawn napping to his unpermitted, copyright-infringing, likeness-stealing bully of a construction operation. We get it. He's the bad guy. You couldn't be more obvious unless you put a neon sign over his head saying, "I am evil, hate me."
He then uses Bramble as leverage to get King Aspen to be the mascot of his park, which is now green, since he's going to paint it green. That's how it works, right? Due to his love for his son, Aspen agrees to the exchange. Aspen is indeed best stag.
Oh, I guess we can also add blackmailing to the list of crimes. This leaves Blackthorn the de facto leader of the deer. Since he never signed any agreement, he rallies the forest creatures to battle.
Wait, so they're finally gonna do something instead of scowling and writing angry letters? I take it back. Blackthorn is best stag.
They stupidly tell this plan to Aspen, and Moxie overhears it. But regardless, they show up the next day for the attack.
With a Hydra, Alba, Magical, Giraffe, Gorilla, Baboon, Lynx, Lions, and Tigers, and Bears, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. And I only made some of those up.
Anyways, well, Hasbro to do is ready for them. But Bramble notices the spilled healthy smoothie, and instead of attacking the Minotaurs and hench ponies, they attack the barrels of green goo that are thankfully not toxic waste as the trope would suggest. They are healthy smoothie ingredient stuff that makes ground fertile because Deus Ex Machinas are magic. And so, they instantly grow back the forest, and, well, Hasbro to do is devoured whole by a Hydra.
Yo! Yo, holy shit, he dead!
My Little Pony, a family franchise.
But that leaves Moxie, who is spotted by Pinky and battered away by the gorilla. Well, even the best of us have our limits. So, with the day saved thanks to the Planeteers, Rarity tries to get some action, and Celestia reconciles with Aspen.
What the hey is this?
I want you to take this package to Derpy and tell her to ship it.
I'll do it later. Anyways, the deers help repair Ponyville and Canterlot, and then Pinky decides to design the stained glass window that should commemorate the event, and instead of saying no, Celestia has it made, and suggests that it be sent to Cadence as a gift. Yeah, it'll look great in the Crystal Empire Palace. Totally. The end.
Well, that could have been a lot worse. The arc started really clunky, with quite a few plot holes and characters being too quick to resort to wrecking stuff. But the second part was a lot better, with everyone taking action rather than meandering about. The underlying problem with the whole thing is how preachy it gets. We know the forest is cool. You don't have to hammer it in.
This part gets 3 health smoothies out of 10. It felt like it could have easily been part of the last comic, but for some reason was stretched into a whole nother issue. And because of that, it was really awkwardly paced. As a whole, this comic arc scored a 35%, which gives it the letter grade of an F for failure. You know what? It gets beyond an F. More like a G for god-awful, or an H for horrific.
This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot. It gets worse.
It unfortunately was another not-so-good installment by Katie Cook. She has so much potential to write good stories, and has in the past. Then she gets saddled with stuff like this, ignoring the Tree of Harmony's role in the forest, rushing through events like the comics on fire, and making a villain that is so stereotypical, it physically pains me to read him. Don't get me wrong, the deer's inclusion in the MLP universe is cool, and I would like to see more of them, but having the Everfree be their domain felt kind of forced. The Everfree is supposed to be, as the name suggests, free. No ponies tending the plants, animals, or weather. With the exception of the Tree of Harmony more or less reining it in. Now, the deers aren't ponies, but the argument still stands. The forest is supposed to be wild, and under the domain of no pony nor deer. Also, the environmental message was Captain Planet or Fern Gully levels of shove down our throat. We get it, we need to protect the environment, but at the same time, progress isn't 100% bad. There should have been more of a middle ground approach. Like maybe well-to-do wasn't 100% bad, he just didn't realize the impact he was causing to the forest, and in the end, Fun Land still exists, but it's like a forest-themed theme park? I don't know. There were better ways they could have ended it. Also, they flat out killed the antagonist. Not completely out of the realm of something that would happen in MLP, but usually it's a bit more ambiguous than being eaten alive. Despite what that last panel shows after the end of the comic, he's gonna die once he digests.
And that's our 2 bits on the Revenge of the Everfree. Tell us your 2 bits in the comments below.
And while you're down there, why not suggest a possible future spoiler alert? And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And be sure to check out my channel, the link is in the description.
And remember, you can support my 2 bits on Patreon. Every little bit helps. I'm coming.
Hey! There's the guy that doesn't ship Sparity!
I heard that's not his real main color. Get him!
Can't we just respect each other's differing opinions?
I'm Comic Sans!
Raging Valley Girl scream!
And that was Prince Thunderflare. And I will see you next time for a review of, I'll figure it out later! I'm so out of shape. I think I lost them.
Hey, Comet.
Ah! Oh, cool man. Don't sneak up on me. Wait a second. You said you'd answer some questions about those shady gigs of yours.
All will be explained. Just follow me.
I think he went this way!
Yeah. No arguments here.